The crowds made their way to a wet but bright Philiphaugh on Saturday for an intense fixture between Selkirk and Aberdeen Grammar. The two sides may be separated by over 170 miles of road, but they've endured similar fates so far this season, with Aberdeen yet to win a match, while Selkirk have only one victory to their name. As such, both teams will have come out on the day with something to prove. And Selkirk certainly did, opening the scoring barely 5 minutes in. The suitors looked sharp on the ball from the get-go, and some good play from the backs meant Ben Pickles was able to burst through the opposition line, making for an easy pass out to fullback Callum Anderson, who trotted over the line and touched down, putting 5 points on the board early on. Try number 2 for Selkirk came from winger Callum McNeil soon after. A quick tap and go from Jack Hamilton following a scrum left the defence unprepared as McNeil took Hamilton's offload at a dangerous angle, piercing through and diving over for Selkirk's second of the game. A third from the home side followed just 5 minutes later. Quick hands from the likes of Jack Hamilton, Scott Clark and Kieran Clark left Ben Pickles open to outpace his markers and slide in under the posts for another 5 points. A simple front of post conversion from Scott Clark followed and the score stood at 17-0. Aberdeen Grammar got their first points of the match just after the 30th minute in the form of a penalty from captain and centre Tom Applin. They added their first try soon after as well. Picking up from a messy ruck, hooker Glenn Robertson managed to writhe his way over the line to get the ball down, despite some heavy efforts from the Selkirk forwards. Tom Applin added the conversion to make it 17-10 right on half-time. Despite a free-flowing first 40 minutes, the next points of the game didn't come until 70 minutes in. When they did, it was in an impressive manner. Building on good momentum across the back line, Josh Welsh and Ben Pickles left the flank exposed and spun a pass out to Callum McNeil, who slid in at the corner for Selkirk's bonus point try and his second of the match. Selkirk could have sat back and defended this lead, but 2 tries at the death suggested otherwise. Both coming just minutes before the final whistle, the first was from Scott McClymont. An error on the line left Aberdeen scrambling to defend a loose ball, but McClymont got there first, crawling his way over the whitewash and managing to slam one hand down and claim the try. Kicking duties fell to Callum Anderson this time, and the youngster added the conversion easily, making the score 29-10. The final try came from some unselfish play from the backs. Callum McNeil held the ball out wide, but cut it back into Josh Welsh, who instead of going all the way, teed it up for hooker James Bedd, who crashed over unmarked, bringing Selkirk's try total to 6. Callum Anderson stepped up for the final time and slotted the conversion well for the last points of the game. The final whistle blew straight after, bringing the curtain down on a fairly one-sided affair. Aberdeen will continue to search for their first win of the season, while Selkirk will be glad to steady themselves with a much-needed victory. The final score on the day, Selkirk 36, Aberdeen Grammar 10.
It's hard. We didn't have much ball. I don't think our set piece fired. When we did have the ball, we were turning it over quite easily. So I think we defended for 65 minutes out of 80 today. You're not going to win many games defending for that long. We need to start focusing on ourselves. We need to get boys down training. We need to start working through these patterns. We need to get people back. We've got a huge injury list at the moment. So every week we're teaching new boys calls because it's boys that didn't expect to be here, boys come back from injury. So I think we just need to stick together, keep going. We're getting better each week. We're starting to improve, but the results aren't going our way, but we'll regroup, we'll stick together, we'll keep going.
I think obviously the last few weeks has been tough for us. We've had kind of a number of injuries that we've been looking to try and get back. A few of those boys came out the squad today, and we started really well, and it's good for us to get that win, especially with Aberdeen being so close behind us. But no, we're happy with that. The games that we've lost, recently, first half last week was tough to take for us, but we ended up getting a bonus point, and the games that we have lost have been relatively close. So no, it's good to get tries. It's good for morale, especially tries through the backs, through the forwards. But yeah, still lots to work on for us next week.